Welcome back to the Bear Cave. I'm going to do a little video here on Renogy DC-DC onboard DCC50s. I need a little help from Renogy here. I've been having a lot of problems, and I figure instead of writing them a good long email, and I hate doing that stuff, long lengthy emails, I'd figure I'd just make a video and post it. I was up redoing the stuff in the camper right here. Last year I had a Renogy 200 watt inverter, and I had the transfer switch and all that stuff like that, and I had my Renogy DC-DC DC-DC charge controller, right? So I could charge two batteries. I know it's for an alternator battery, but I wanted to do one battery to run my down there. I got my fuse block for all my communications, the Wii boost and all that stuff like that, for all my boosting and my antenna stuff. I know it looks like a mess, but I literally just started rewiring this thing and everything. So I got the Victron Multiplus. Welcome on. I got the Victron Multiplus 3000 in there, and I got the dongle so I can communicate with it right to the side there. So I can change the settings in it and everything and do the Bluetooth app. It's really neat and everything. But I went ahead and, I like Renogy. Let me show you what I pulled out, what I was using for the last 2 years, right? And I'll tell you how much I like Renogy until I had this problem right here. I guess I need my keys. Trailer's locked. Let's go get the keys. So I like Renogy so much. I got, brand new Renogy 2000 watt in a box, not even used yet. Back in here in this little blue tub, I got another Renogy in the box that hasn't even been used yet. There's the box with the other DC controller. I got all that stuff like that, right? Let's come over here. And their inverters are awesome. I really love their inverters. They do good. They do what they say they're gonna do and everything. But I had this right here. This is what I pulled out of there, was this Renogy 2000 watt, which did a great job. But I had that transfer switch in there, so that way if I lost power, it'd go over to the battery and it'd kick on the generator and all that stuff like that. But I really like the setup with the Victron one better. The Victron one, so I can, regulate how much power goes to the house. So it comes out of a house from mooch docking, that's what people call it, and everything. And so I really like that, and I like that I can just switch it all over from the app and everything. But I really like this DC to DC because I can charge two batteries. So when my camper's parked up on my property, I can keep this battery as my communication only, so it doesn't drain from everything else. I can run off this one. This one's a 200-hour lithium that I built myself, 200 amp hour. It's got a daily BMS in it, which is nice because I can see what's going on with this one. But this is just a regular 12 volt, lead acid filled battery, whatever you want to call it. And the only thing it's wired to is that. So, I got everything else in the coach, on the camper, or the Bear Cave, or the turd, whatever you want to call it, going in this fuse box, right? And then, so I got that fuse right there going for what's going into my 3000 multi-plus. So, and then so on this fuse block right over here, you can tell that I'm coming down off my DC to DC, so it is fused coming up into this ANL fuse right here. So anybody saying you gotta fuse all this stuff, it is fused. Okay, the only one that's not really fused is the one coming down just lead acid battery, but I ain't pulling too much power off that. Everything out there, I'm maybe pulling 2 amps for everything else that's coming off that thing. But anyway, but here's my problem. So I went out and I like this thing being able to charge 2 batteries, but for the last 2 years I've never been really able to tell what's going on in it, and I got my what my solar panels are actually pushing out and all that stuff. And some days it seems like I should be having more power than others, like today it's a little cloudy out and whatnot. And so I went out and I got one of these BT2s so I could know what's going on in there. And here's the problem. Every time I try to sync up to these BT2s, I'm having an issue. So I took things all the way back to basics, and this is where I'll need your help, okay? Sorry about rambling about everything else. So just to eliminate anything that's going on, I took this iPhone here. This is an iPhone 7. I downloaded just factory reset it, and I downloaded just the Renogy app right there. So it should be pretty simple. You're right, you go here, you go make sure your Bluetooth's on, right? Okay, Bluetooth is on right there. Bluetooth's on. Right, well, box is checked. Then we come over here to the Renogy and hit connect and searching for device. Right, and so while I was doing that, I will show you it is plugged in right there to the COM port, right? And searching for device. Let me start that over, because if for one thing I want to point out here that it says it's trying to go up here, corner. Sorry about it shaking. It's kind of hard to do this without a tripod. Okay, so it says searching for device. It says identifying device, so it's like it found something. And then it just sits there and it spins and spins and spins, and then it stops. And it'll spin some more, and nothing happens. Okay, so this is on both my iPhones. I got an iPhone 12 mini, which I'm shooting this video with, and I got this iPhone 7. So it's doing that. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe they sent me a bad dongle, right? Or whatever you want to call this, BT-2. So about a second one, right there. Okay, so that's the second dongle I got. Right here. And so I use that. That's actually the one plugged in the second dongle. Right? The reason why it's all stretched out like this is because I wanted to take it as far away from the camper as possible and make sure I just wasn't getting any interference and stuff. This was actually technically the first dongle I bought. So I did the same thing with the first dongle. Right? You can see it's not even unwrapped yet and everything like that. So I took and plugged in the first dongle, and here I plugged in the first dongle, and on both of these I'm getting green lights, right? And they're both doing the same exact thing. I'm trying to get this up there so you see the lights. So then when I go to connect again, just like the other one, right, I hit back with the add device. Alright, so we're adding device, and it flashes blue like it's trying to connect, just like the other one. Flashes blue, but nothing happens. Okay, so even when I go into the hub mode, and I hit next, and I hit that I understand, or whatever it is, I hit next, it pulls up, and there's the dongle, hit that, hit DC to DC, nothing. And it's doing this on both of them, right? Nothing. So it's not finding. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe it's the DC-DC controller, right? A DC-DC controller. I'm thinking maybe because you just don't want to connect to nothing. So I got my other one, and my backup one out. And I said, okay, maybe it's my backup, or maybe it's the DC-DC. So to eliminate that one, I took the second dongle I got, plugged around in. Okay. Take all this. Hooked up the negative first. Let's take it out. Instead of wiring in on wire everything, I just grabbed jumper cables so I could power it on. Okay, power it on. So the lights are on it. It's going ding ding. It's not the solar charge controller panel or anything like that. Let's unplug this dongle so we only got the one dongle going. So So that one's now unplugged. So the only one I got plugged into here is this one. Okay, now we'll go back to the phone. We'll add a device again. Searching. Searching. Identify. Spinning. 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 And nothing's connected. Now it's gone solid again. And screen mode. Because it's not doing crap. So anyway, my question to Renogy is what the heck am I doing wrong? I got 2 DC-DC controllers. 1, 2. I got 2 of your dongles now that I've got from Amazon. Got that one there and this one here. So I got 2 of your dongles now. And it's about the power off of that. And I can't get neither one of them to sync with the app. So what am I doing wrong here? What is going on? What do I got to do different to get these things to sync with the app? Please help me. You can call me. I'll give you my number. You can text me. You can make a video and respond. That would be outstanding if you did that. But yep, that's what's going on. All these wires are gonna get cleaned up. I just did this about a week ago. I switched that thing out. That thing's pretty sweet. It's running good. I did some tests on it, and I've actually put it down where I'm only pulling 5 amps out of the house and stuff like that. Whatever, amps, watts, whatever you want to call it and stuff. But yeah, this thing's really got me confounded. I mean, I would like to know how much power it's actually pulling and what my solar's coming down and stuff like that. But it's a mystery to me. So anyway, that's it from the bear cave. If you can answer some questions, I'd much appreciate it. Just remember, America.